we'll ask for approval of the minutes, which is going to be interesting, I guess, huh? There's only a couple of us that are here, so, okay, I move the approval of.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, we move the second to approve the minutes. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, we'll go on public participation for agenda comments. I don't think we have any tonight. Okay, we'll go to old business, the Crystal Cave Road subdivision. And now I look at you and say, okay, what are you recommending?
Well, I think, do we want to have Rob make a presentation on what you're updating tonight? If not, I can go through it.
No, okay. You guys want to see you got plans before you're here. So my name's Rob Hain. Work for Burke Surveying and Engineering. We work with Mr. Stutzman. He has an approximately 109-acre farm that's bisected by Crystal Cave Road and the Saucony Creek. Essentially, he just wants to sort of cut it in half, make half for his son, so his son can build a house on it and continue with the family business, so to speak. So there's some issues that we had to deal with wetlands and the stream and the floodplain, but we've addressed most of those so far. We have review comments from your consultant. Most of them seem pretty straightforward. We have some waivers for your consideration tonight, as well as possible conditional plan approval if you see fit. I'll turn it over to Jeff to speak about the comments of the review letter in more detail.
I think we should go through a couple of these things. A lot of the issues were addressed previously within the review letter that we have here. Scott had highlighted some of the things that we should go over, so we can start with some of the waivers. I think if we look at note number 2, plans having been submitted as a sketch plan in accordance with the saldo, the Planning Commission, upon reviewing the sketch plan, may choose to allow the applicant to proceed to a final plan submission rather than requiring a preliminary plan process. So that would be a recommendation that we would recommend that you follow through with that, and you can recommend conditional plan approval, but I think we want to wait on that till the end.
Okay, we'll take the whole plan if we can.
Yep.
Unless somebody wants to pull something out.
So if we go down to number 5, lot 1 requires testing for a primary and secondary septic location, as noted on the plan and confirmed by the SEO. Once the septic testing is complete, the developer should reevaluate whether the required separation distance for the proposed on-lot water supply is proper isolation. Both septic locations are isolated from the well, but at the time this letter was written, we did not have approval from the SEO. The SEO has reviewed that, and we have a letter here somewhere, I think, that Rob gave me tonight. So the updated plan shows primary and replacement test sites of lot 1 and well location providing required isolation distance. This is on the letter from Burke Surveying and Engineering, dated November 26th. Does everybody have that?
Yep.
This one here.
Anybody see any problems that you want to ask about?
So we can pull the plan out if you want to see that. Take a moment to look at that, just to show that it was complied with.
Should be in the second sheet.
The note wasn't added to the plan yet?
No, it's saying that it's shown on the plan here. Say second sheet.
Second sheet should be a bigger view, more detailed view would be in the last sheet.
So we've got our two septic sites here.
I apologize, yeah, it doesn't show the well isolation on there. So, you're not allowed. So this shows you 100-foot isolation circle around the well.
Everybody see that? So you propose septic sites down here, we're outside of that ring.
I see something here. Wasn't supposed to be a wet area?
Do you want to address that, Rob? And we will go over that in another note. Let's just hold on till we get to that one.
Okay.
There is an exception for that, which we'll get to. If we go to note number 20 in the craft review notes. Updated plan proposes a septic system to be in the floodplain. Section 5.02.E.7 states that sanitary facilities are prohibited in the floodplain, while section 5.03.C.1-4 also states that no part of any on-site sewage system shall be located within the floodplain, but it offers an exemption for systems that are in strict compliance with all state and local regulations for such systems. 5.03.C.4 states that the design must comply with the International Private Sewage Disposal Code, prohibits mound systems in flood area, while section 303.1 does allow for soil absorption systems when areas outside of the flood area are not viable. So we have two exceptions there to that. And we have been provided a letter tonight from FEMA. Is this the right one, Rob?
No, not specifically. The FEMA letter that you're looking at is for the Loma. So the area that's has the honeycomb hatch here, that's the area that was removed from the floodplain technically by our application to FEMA. We did testing in the edge of this to try and get a passing septic system there, but because this is it's like a knob, like a high spot in the field, shale soils, you end up with a lot of rocky, channery soils on the top. You get more fines and organic matter as you go down the slope. So there was better soils just slightly downhill from that. So it's a little bit into the floodplain area, but it's not going to create a hazard for the flood. We didn't get specifically a letter from FEMA. FEMA doesn't have any direct objections to providing septic facilities within the floodplain area. Most of their construction standards are all about trying to prevent any flood waters from getting into said septic system during a flood event. It's mostly primarily geared towards your inspection covers, your vents and cleanouts and everything to make sure that there's a watertight seal on. So if the flood waters do come up, it doesn't surcharge your system and basically backwater into your house. So this here, primarily since the house is located outside the floodplain, the septic tanks would also be close to the house. So the only thing might be vents or cleanouts directly on a sand mound system or whatever system's there. And based on how we look at this, more than likely the top of this berm for your sand mound is going to be above that estimated flood elevation anyways. So we, at this point right now, we don't have a completed septic design, but we don't foresee any issues or concerns with backwater coming into the house right now based on where those absorption areas are.
Sounds complicated, but we'll let that up to you.
It is. It's a little complicated, but there were some challenges on the site, as I said, but I think that we've managed them as we've gone through things.
This would be for the new proposed house, not the buildings that are there.
The
Those are on the other
the
side.
buildings that are there, they have existing systems and they're all working, and there's no reason to change anything on that at this point.
I mean, if I may speak, I'm also the SEO. I'm going to be a new planning member next year. So my company and my staff are the SEOs for Greenwich and Richmond, ironically. So one of the things that we could do to address the whole floodwater thing is maybe put a check valve, have the designer install a check valve on the main sewer line of the septic tank. That'll ensure that water will make its way up to anything. As he stated, the septic tank will be up in that probably Loma area, and then those risers will all be sealed and be above the floodplain. There shouldn't be any water infiltration in there anyways. But when we do the design review, we can take a look at that and just make sure that there's no issues for the homeowners in the future.
So if everything works, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions or comments on that? Okay. Then an additional waiver that has been asked for is monuments. Monuments found and to be set or labeled on the plan. The applicant is requesting the portion of the lot lines utilizing natural features, which would be the road and the creek, to be relieved from Saldo section 1003.9. So that waiver has been submitted. So the property lines that they're proposing for this lot are natural features of the stream and the road. So it's really not practical to be setting monuments along that. So hence the reason for asking for the waiver.
And that's on the plan, so.
Correct.
Is there anything showing the right of way, like would you want a pin or something?
We're putting 2 pins on where the exterior boundaries of the property are on the south side of the road. One monument on either side, on the east and west side of the property.
So that'll mark the right of
That'll
way.
mark the right of way. So
Okay,
if anybody does need to come back and figure out where the right of way is, we'll at least have 2 permanent markers there.
Okay, that would be my only comment regarding the waiver, as long as the right of way is being marked.
All right. Then if you, item 11, approval from the Ag Preservation District is needed prior to final plan approval. Rob, has that been addressed?
We've been in contact with the Ag Preservation Board since the inception of this concept. It'll be going before their board for formal approval this month, and then it goes to the state in February. So, but at this time, we don't foresee any issues or concerns with that.
Okay. Again, back to the review letter, number 14. Prior to final plan being approved, the applicant must provide evidence of a review with PennDOT for the HOP permit for the proposed driveway. A note should be added to the plan stating an HOP from PennDOT is required for any lot within this subdivision before a driveway to a state highway is permitted. Note 16 was added, and that review was not included with this submission.
We just got our first review from PennDOT last week, so we have to address some comments with them, and then, but I don't foresee any issues.
You said the first review.
Yeah.
So it'll probably taking up to 2 years for the next one, right?
Well, fortunately for a single-family home, driveway reviews with PennDOT usually aren't that extensive, so fingers crossed we should be able to get this wrapped up in a month. So.
If we go to 17, stormwater facilities have been moved from the floodplain. They have been placed on the parcel, correct?
Correct. It's just inside that Loma area along in the
So
front.
your infiltration basin is located on the side of the property. Looking for the ledge to show where we're at, the southeast west.
Yeah. So this is there.
There we are. Okay, so
On the
these
east side.
portion. Questions, comments?
Or
I don't see and I apologize, I didn't ask Scott. Will a stormwater management agreement be needed because of the stormwater facilities? I don't think an improvements agreement is needed, but I think a stormwater management.
I can't answer that one for you.
We'll have to circle back on that.
We'll have to circle back with him prior to final approval of the supervisors.
Okay.
I do believe that Richmond Township has an O&M requirement.
If we look at 19, the proposed pipe diameter has been increased to 18 inches from the previous design of 15. The design appears to be sufficient for the driveway. And those are all the comments that we have that were not previously addressed in the previous review letter.
Does the committee have any comments or questions? Are we looking for a final plan approval pending changes of the things we discussed tonight?
I would recommend conditional plan approval, conditional, and then the board, when everything has been satisfied, could get final plan approval
And if you want to do the waivers first,
separately.
and the only condition if they grant approval would be the stormwater management agreement if needed.
Okay.
No, the waiver is the first one. Which one was it? The second one is monuments.
Yes.
Is there a first, there was one you mentioned earlier.
Oh, sketch to final.
Yes. You go from sketch number 2.
That wasn't a waiver, that was just a,
Oh, sketch.
that just is, the township is allowed to.
Okay, what's the feeling of the committee? Do we want to approve those two waivers first?
There's actually 3 waivers?
Yeah. Or questions on them?
Just in case you guys don't have these.
Give a letter.
Apologies, I only have 3.
804.1.202. Lot lines particular to the street. 804.1.04. Lot depth to width ratio. And the other one is the waivers for monuments, 0.003.9. Any discussions?
They all make sense to me.
Yes, sounds good to me.
I'm satisfied.
Okay, do I have a motion?
No, go ahead.
Justin, you're moving? Sam, second?
Yes, I'll second.
Okay, any discussion or question? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, if my plan opposed, no? Plan approved.
Before you jump too far here, the stormwater management ordinance,
Last page.
yeah.
Not the last page of mine.
Well, it's
Is it
on this,
Oh, it's on the
the
other
waiver,
waiver.
it's on the back side of the waiver letter. This one.
There we go.
So that would be a modification.
Okay.
We can't waive stormwater, we have to modify.
Do you have a recommendation on that?
So, if the engineer's satisfied with it, it's just a terminology thing. So it would just be modifying the stormwater.
It'll be on the plan.
Yes.
I know Scott was fine with that. He had no objections to that.
The 24-inch that we're complying with is the DEP standard. It's just slightly more in Richmond Township scope for whatever reason.
Yeah, and I think that's something we're actually looking at as we, is on our list of stormwater, Saldo and stormwater amendments, so.
Okay, does the board understand that?
So Richmond Township's requirement is a little bit more stringent.
Right.
This is the DEP requirement.
I'll make the motion for the modification.
Pardon, I didn't have that.
I'll make the motion for the modification.
Okay, Matt moves to modified. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Justin seconds. Any discussion or question? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Now, we're looking for total plan approval pending the things we discussed this evening, and Jen will report that in the minutes.
So those things would be the stormwater agreement, the agricultural, and
The Preservation Board.
Yes.
Yeah, and you could do it just subject to Scott's review letter with the addition of the stormwater management agreement.
And there'll be a note in the plan also, I'm sure. Everybody understand what we're asking for?
so I'll make the motion that we approve the final plan, assuming that Scott's letters, comments get addressed in the
Right.
additional.
That's so what I said. Okay. Final plan approval based on conditions we discussed this evening, and it'll all be plan approved by Scott.
Correct.
And Jim.
Yep.
Okay, what's the board's feeling?
I'm in favor.
Now, Matt moves, Justin seconds, is there any discussion or question? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried.
Okay.
I guess one question, the sewage planning modules before the township board, does the plan commission have to take formal action to
I
move that
don't,
along?
I think you can go straight to the committee, to the supervisors now, no?
My experience has been that the planning commission has to sign off on the planning module.
Okay,
If you want to make the motion, if I'm mistaken, at least you've got the motion on the record if it is needed, so.
okay, does the commission understand that we have to give final approval once all these things are addressed? I say all, I mean, you think it's minimal, but
Right, and with the planning module, we're just gonna make a recommendation that, let's see what kind of word.
I believe it's authorizing the chairman to sign, the planning commission chairman to sign it.
Okay,
It's my experience is that.
oh, they're gonna blame me then. No.
that's why you got the big bucks.
Oh, that'll be out of the minutes. No. Okay, everybody understand what we're doing?
Not entirely.
Not entirely, they're saying I have final approval to sign it.
So, all right, as part of creating a new lot, DEP requires that you do what's called formal sewage planning. It's a sewage planning module. It essentially updates the Township's Act 537 plan, which is a sewage management plan for all the townships. Since you're creating a new lot, it's just a different form and a different process. We have to fill out this form. The testing gets done. The SEO reviews it to make sure everything's copacetic. They sign off on it. The township signs off on it. Then it goes to DEP, and DEP reviews and approves it to make sure that, again, everything that we're doing sewage planning wise is in order.
In the planning commission side is what you guys are just signing off that the plan meets the zoning for the township and the township is approving it plan wise. You guys aren't taking any sewage responsibility. It's just DEP's making sure that the township is on board with the way the lot's laid out and the township's approving it because
I have everything circled. Before I sign the plan, I can ask Scott about it.
But this is a separate, it's not the plan, it's a separate document, planning module.
correct.
Okay.
And thank you, I never understood why they did it, but I always knew that they had to sign it, so.
We got the two experts.
Yeah.
Everybody's head spinning now. Any comments from the committee?
Okay,
I'm satisfied.
all right,
So we want to have a motion to
for
approve
conditional.
pending
final plan.
conditional improvements.
Well, I thought we did that, we did we do that?
Yes.
Yes, we did. It would be a motion authorizing the chair to sign the planning module.
Okay, yeah, you gotta put that in, I guess, so, okay.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, Sam moves. Justin seconds. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried.
Thank you very much. I guess the only other question, would this be on the supervisor's agenda then at their next meeting, or do we wait until we have the rest of the conditions satisfied before we go to the board?
I think you better wait
Yeah, I think
wait
Scott's
till you have
recommendation,
the full plan.
So wait.
Scott's
until-
recommendation is till you have everything
Okay.
satisfied.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay,
Any questions? Sue?
any comments?
Thank you.
Dave?
No,
Okay.
no comment, but yeah, thanks.
Alrighty. Now, I have a question for Jen. We were supposed to have another agenda another item on the agenda tonight.
What's that?
The office they want to build behind the funeral home, or side of the funeral home?
Side of the funeral.
That sounds like it.
Okay, and one question I have, was the cornfield behind that, it's still agriculture, right?
Correct. They're
So
keeping that. They are not doing anything with
they're
it.
not touching that?
Correct.
Okay, that's all I need
Yeah,
to know.
I think Brad Field is the one that actually farms it, and he's going to continue farming it. He does not want that
Well, the only
changed.
question I had is when we changed the zoning for the depth of the funeral home,
Sure.
the field remained agriculture.
Mhm.
And I've been told several times, oh, no, we changed that.
No,
And I did hear Mr. Walbert say it's gonna stay farm, but that didn't mean that we didn't change it, so.
no, it is, he strictly said that that is going to stay farming, and he said if Brad Field ever wants to stop farming it, it needs to go back to Russ, and he will find somebody to farm it, because he said it is
Yeah.
not going to do anything else.
Right, it's okay, I just wanted to check that.
Yep, yep,
for the final
absolutely.
options. Okay, anything else from the committee?
Further.
We have the meeting dates to approve.
Do I have that?
Do
There it is, yeah, I do.
you need a copy of it?
Well, right now, I don't remember seeing them, but
Yep. Bear with me 1 second, I'll make everybody know.
Inundated with too much paper.
well, I was missing the agenda in the minutes, so. I don't have either, so.
She went to get
Jen had another folder she had for the other situation, and she put a lot of stuff in that folder. And then they backed out of the meeting, so she stuck that folder away and everything's in there. So,
But why she does that?
what's that?
Scott and Jen and I our memories were being tested over the past week or so. Your meetings have always been the last Monday unless it's a holiday, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we thought.
Okay,
So I confirmed our memory while you were doing that.
Okay,
It was the last Monday.
Okay.
26, 23rd, 30th. Anybody know when Easter is? I'm sure it's in the middle.
yeah, these are not holidays. I made sure that there was no holidays on these days, and if it was a holiday, we moved it up a week. And are we confirming?
Okay, anybody have problems with the 29th? That's the week of the 4th, I think. Friday. No problems, no problem.
And will we be meeting at 6:30 again next year? Do you want to do 6
That's
o'clock? Do you want
whatever.
to go back to 7? That's up to you guys.
6:30 has been working for me.
Okay.
If I don't show up, you know my phone number. No. I can't seem to remember the 6:30 thing. Okay. All right. I'll entertain a motion to approve the.
Me calling Jen today, we are at 6:30, right?
Jeff
Oh,
questioned
you
that
have
too. He
problems
thought it
too.
was at 7.
Well, okay, the supervisors meet at 6, don't they?
Yes.
There's too many meeting times, okay. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the meeting dates.
I'll second those.
Sam? Move, I guess I moved, you second. Okay. Any questions or discussion? Not, all in favor, say aye. Opposed, no? Motion carried, and maybe we'll have a meeting next month. If in backing out a lot.
January 26th.
Okay, there's nobody in the audience unless Brad has another question. Public participation, adjourn, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. I'll make that. Max moves, second. I second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no nays. We're adjourned. Thanks for coming. Don't blow home.
It was crazy.
It's
The whole month. We'll remember this December for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This wasn't a crazy one.
He should have said, your boss